The Galactic Council's archives stretched across 17 dimensions, containing the linguistic records of 40,000 species spanning 3 million years. Natalie Chen, humanity's first xenolinguist to address the council, stood before the assembled delegates with her translator device humming softly at her collar. Beside her, Henry Morrison, Earth's diplomatic attaché, maintained his diplomatic smile despite the tension radiating from the alien representatives. "Honored delegates," Natalie began, her voice steady, "we come in peace, seeking membership in this grand alliance of civilizations." The council chamber fell silent. 300 species, each more bizarre than the last, turned their various sensory organs toward the human pair. The Archon Prime, a crystalline being that refracted light into rainbow patterns, spoke first through the translation matrix that filled the air with harmonic frequencies. "Your request is premature," the Archon said, its crystalline structure vibrating with what might have been concern. "We must first complete the standard integration protocols, beginning with the registration of your species' true designation." Henry stepped forward. "Of course. We call ourselves humans, from the planet Earth." A ripple of unease passed through the chamber. The Velkari ambassador, a serpentine creature with 6 eyes, suddenly coiled tighter around its floating platform. The insectoid Chithrax delegation began clicking their mandibles in rapid succession, a sound their species made only in extreme agitation. "Earth," the Archon repeated slowly. "Spell this designation in your primary written language." Natalie glanced at Henry, confused by the sudden tension. "E-A-R-T-H," she said clearly. The translation matrix processed the letters. Then it began to flash red, something neither human had seen it do before. Within seconds, alarms screamed throughout the council chamber. Delegates scrambled from their seats. Some species activated personal shield generators. Others began rapidly backing toward the exits. "What's happening?" Henry demanded, his hand instinctively moving toward the ceremonial datapad at his side. The Archon Prime's crystal body had gone completely dark, all its inner light extinguished. You didn't know? Your species doesn't know what you are?" Natalie's mind raced through every xenolinguistics course she'd ever taken. "Know what? It's just a name. We've used it for thousands of years." A holographic display materialized in the center of the chamber, showing ancient text in a script that seemed to shift and writhe. The Velkari ambassador spoke in a trembling voice. "In the old tongue, the first language, spoken before even the precursors fell, there is a word. It appears in every doomsday prophecy, every apocalyptic warning carved into the dead monuments of extinct civilizations." The shifting script coalesced into recognizable letters, E-R-T-H. "The Death World," translated a dozen voices simultaneously. "The Forge of Endings, the Crucible of Chaos." Henry felt his blood run cold. "That's just a coincidence. Earth is derived from old Germanic languages. It just means ground, soil." "No," interrupted the Chithrax delegation leader, its voice surprisingly gentle despite the alien clicks. "You misunderstand the causality. Your linguistic evolution was not random. The universe itself shapes language, words of power, of significance. They echo through reality itself." Natalie's scientific mind rebelled against the explanation, but she forced herself to listen. "What exactly are you saying?" The Archon Prime flickered back to dim illumination. 300 million years ago, the precursors cataloged every planet in every galaxy. They marked certain worlds with specific designations, worlds that would birth species capable of surviving conditions so extreme, so hostile, that they would become dangerous. "We're not dangerous," Henry protested. "Look at us. We're fragile compared to most species here. We live barely a century. We require specific atmospheric conditions. You breathe oxygen, the Velkari cut in. One of the most corrosive substances in the universe. Your planet's atmosphere is literally poison to 73% of spacefaring species. Your gravity, added another delegate, is 3 times standard. Walking on your world would crush most of us. Your star, the Chithrax continued, bombards your surface with radiation levels that would be considered industrial accidents on our worlds. Natalie felt something shift in her understanding. But we evolved there. It's normal to us. Exactly, the Archon Prime said. You are the product of the universe's most violent planetary conditions. Your bodies heal from injuries that would be fatal to others. Your immune systems fight off pathogens as a matter of routine that would devastate our populations. Your emotional resilience, your ability to face extinction-level threats and still create art, music, literature. It defies our psychological models. Henry looked at Natalie, seeing his own dawning realization reflected in her eyes. The name came first? The designation came first, the Archon confirmed. The precursors marked your world billions of years ago, knowing what it would eventually create. And somehow, through the chaos of evolution and language development, your species unconsciously remembered. You named yourselves after what you truly are. Children of the death world, Natalie whispered. The chamber remained tense. Finally, a small amphibious delegate spoke up, its voice translated with a curious mix of fear and hope. The prophecies say that when the children of Earth emerge, either the galaxy enters its final age or its greatest one. Henry straightened his shoulders, letting his diplomatic training take over. We didn't come here to conquer or destroy. We came seeking friendship, knowledge, trade. That, the Archon said slowly, is what makes it more terrifying. You don't even realize your own potential for both creation and destruction. Natalie stepped forward, her voice filled with quiet determination. Then let us prove the prophecy wrong, or prove it was always about the greatest age, not the final one. Judge us by our actions, not our planet's name. The silence stretched for long moments. Then, one by one, the delegates began returning to their seats. The Archon Prime's crystal body gradually brightened to its full radiant glory. Very well, it announced. Let humanity join the Galactic Council, but know this. We will be watching the children of Earth very carefully indeed. As Natalie and Henry left the chamber, humanity's fate hanging in the balance between fear and hope, neither noticed the ancient inscription that flickered briefly on the walls. Text in the old tongue that roughly translated to, "When the death world's children walk among the stars, may they remember mercy as well as strength." The galaxy would never be the same.